Anything can be brought. If Bantu migration was brought last year, they can repeat it this year as long as it's in the syllabus. Stop thinking, oh no, Bantu migration came last year, it's not going to come this year. If you make that really, really good timetable and you don't follow it, what was the point? The first thing I would like to tell you, dear grade 12 student, is the grade 12 exam is just a standardized exam. And to explain that concept a bit further, a standardized exam is one that's set based on a specific syllabus, okay? It doesn't really change. What changes is the question, but the way the paper is brought to you doesn't change. Say for example, question 1 is always from matrix spaces or from matrices. That simply means that every single year, question 1 will be on matrices. And so if you tell yourself, I'm not going to study matrices because it's difficult, or because we didn't learn this, or because our teacher didn't teach it, recipe for disaster, because in your final exam, matrix spaces is always question 1. With standardized exams, you know what's going to be brought in the exam. And you can know this by looking at past papers, okay? Not looking at the past paper trend, but looking at past papers in general and comparing them to your syllabus. 2 things I'd like you to take from this particular point. A standardized exam is fixed and is based on your syllabus, okay? For as long as that topic is in your syllabus, it is likely to be in your exam. So you need to know your syllabus. That's very, very important. And the grade 12 exam is set in such a way that it covers topics from grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. So be conversant with grade 10 work, grade 11 work, and grade 12 work, like everything. I would actually encourage you all to have grade 10 work on your fingertips, especially in those informative subjects like biology, civic education, and history. History is in 2 parts though, but yeah, biology and civic education. Make sure the grade 10 work is on your fingertips and like you're good with it. And when it comes to more problem-solving type questions like mathematics, additional mathematics, physics, and chemistry, I would encourage you to do a lot of past papers. Like, do a lot of past papers for everything, because like I said, it's a standardized exam. It doesn't really change, and you can know how it is brought, like when you go through past papers. So go through a lot of past papers. I really should have written down points. Anyway, how do you go through past papers? First of all, get the past paper, okay, and try to attempt the question that's there. If you do not know how to attempt that question, ask a friend or refer to your books. But honestly, I feel like asking a friend is like the easiest way to go about it. Yeah, ask a friend, and when your friend has explained it to you, try to solve it on your own. The next day, go and solve that question for somebody else. Teaching somebody something that you already know helps you know it more. And when that person has a question, don't feel dumb that you can't answer that question. Just go ahead and research more, or find out from somebody else how to answer that question the person asked you, which makes you even better, and go back and tell them the answer that you found. I really hope I'm making sense. The perfect timetable will not even make you pass. What will make you pass is if you stick to it, if you're committed, if you're disciplined, and if you study those subjects correctly. That's what's going to make you pass. Even if you make a timetable that's so good, well thought through, and just amazing, like you're a night person, you're more awake in the night and you put difficult subjects in the night just so you can understand them. Or maybe you're a morning person and you put your difficult tasks in the morning just so you can understand them. That's not what's going to make you pass, and that's not what's going to make you get good grades. If you make that really good timetable and you don't follow it, what was the point? I highly recommend you read the book Make It Stick. Guys, that book is a game changer. especially if you'll be taking a standardized exam. I really, really, really recommend you read the book. A black and blue pen is fine. 3 max: black, blue, and red. Red for your correction, black for writing, blue to highlight a point or something. Yeah, so I feel like all these pink, yellow, brown, rainbow colors are just like, you're wasting time. What's wrong with a black pen? Your exam will require you to write with a black pen or a blue pen, okay? That's it. They don't want pink, yellow, red, like, stop. Just stop. Whenever you tell yourself, I'm just going to not answer this in the final exam, I feel like that's what you should be studying, okay? If there's a particular topic that's making you cringe, or a particular topic that's making you feel scared, don't you think it is wise to go through that topic and to go through that question before your exam? I honestly feel like it is, okay? Unless it's like a day before your exam. Somebody once told me that they were scared of writing their exams. Rather than spending time being scared of the exam, work on what you're scared of. If you're scared of a specific topic, work on it. Do questions on it. Read it, okay, so you can be good in it. And this is also the case for me. Whenever I study, I don't even feel scared. I'm just like, bring it on, okay? Bring it on, because I am ready. I've been preparing for this day. But when I haven't studied fully, I'm like, damn. What if they bring that question? What am I going to write? What if they bring a question from that topic? What am I going to write? Listening to motivational speakers or watching tips videos isn't studying, okay? Just because you're watching a motivational speaker who's making you feel confident, who's making you feel like you're going to ace it, who's making you feel like you're going to flip that C to an A plus or that D to an A, no, that's not studying. You actually need to sit down and study and read your notes and answer question papers based on that particular topic you did. And asking people continuously, how did you get 6 points? How did you get all distinctions? And listening to their stories, that's not motivation. You need to create your own story by studying. Don't be scared of anybody. Yeah, don't be scared of anybody. Don't be scared of the smart kids in your class, because honestly, you're smarter than them, okay? And I'm not trying to, it does sound like I'm comparing you to them, but what I'm saying is, don't be afraid of them. I feel like the smart people, or the people you look at as smart, should be people you should be asking questions whenever you're stuck. Because you think, oh, this person is smart. If you're stuck on something, go and ask them for help. It doesn't hurt. If they start saying, oh yeah, she asked me for help, I'm like so smart, what, that's on them. The truth is, at the end of the day, you've gotten information. Now you know something that you didn't know. I feel like school is a give and take setup. You need to give people information for them to give you information. If you're stingy with your knowledge, it's not really going to help you. Listen, imagine you're stingy with your knowledge, right? You don't want to share with me what you know, or you don't want to help me with a certain question, and I end up finding out anyway. Yeah, that's dumb. Don't do that. If somebody has a question and wants your help, tell them the answer. It's not that deep. If you're busy, tell them you're busy and you can only help them when you're free, which is this and this time. And then do help them when you're free. Wait a minute. Listen, so I was in a boarding school, an all-girls boarding school, and I noticed there was this one thing that used to happen every single time towards exams. People would be prayerful, like, wow, why? Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't pray. You should. I actually encourage you guys to pray a lot. But then the type of prayer, or the type of spirituality that was coming up towards exams, oh, it was scary. I'm kidding. So what used to happen was, whenever exams are approaching, people would gather and pray. And the entire time it was evening study or evening prep, people would be praying. Now you need to understand that prayer isn't what's going to make you pass. It really isn't. If you spend 30 hours praying and no study at all, you are creating a recipe for disaster. I know there's somebody out there saying, no, my God got me. Okay, God is going to do it for me. Yeah, He will. But you need to study. Always remember that. You need to study. Okay. Also, people put so much faith in this might trigger you a little bit, so please just skip ahead, but I'm going to say it anyway. People put so much faith and so much trust in what their men of God, what their spiritual mothers, spiritual fathers, what their pastors, their prophets, their apostles, or whoever, whatever title is given to your spiritual leader. Yeah. They put so much faith and so much trust in them and listen to what they say. And if your pastor comes to you and says, oh, the Bantu migration is not going to come because I had a vision, and you're like, amen, pastor. Student tip 101, study. It's a standardized exam. Anything can be brought. If Bantu migration was brought last year, they can repeat it this year as long as it's in the syllabus. Stop thinking, oh no, Bantu migration came last year, it's not going to come this year, or maybe they've never brought a report, so they can't bring a report. No, stop thinking like that. Your job as a student is to understand your syllabus, study everything in your syllabus, go through past papers for that particular exam, and pass, okay? That is your job, okay? And what I meant by go through past papers for that particular exam is, if you are writing an exam, a standardized exam by the Examination Council of Zambia, why would you be going through past papers from South Africa? Why? You know, like, why? Unless you've noticed that the Examination Council of Zambia sources its questions from the South African exam, then you can do that comparison. Okay, I'll give you an example. For the pure physics and the pure chemistry, some of those questions come from the GCSE exam. Okay, if you have a topical or a I don't know what that book is called, but I'll put a picture right over here. If you have that, that's really good, because you know that the Exam Council of Zambia sources some of its questions from that book, and it would be wise of you to go through that. But it wouldn't be wise of you to go through a different exam from a different country that's not even related to any past paper in Zambia or the Examination Council of Zambia. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, okay? Don't. Anyway, I really hope these points made sense. I will do a part 2 when I've written down what to say. Okay, just let me know in the comment section what exactly you'd like me to tackle about anything concerning high school advice. I feel like this video was just very not planned. Please watch my other videos. Even if they're university videos and maybe you can't relate, still watch them. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, share it with somebody, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Wow, that's so cringe. Don't do that. Okay, stay safe.